Hello everyone. I hope you are doing well. Recently, I was watching the FIFA World Cup 2026. As you know, during the tournament, we see the number 2026 everywhere. While I was watching the match, an interesting idea came to my mind. I asked myself, can this number also lead us to a beautiful mathematics problem? The answer is yes. So today we are going to solve a very interesting problem from number theory. This problem appeared in the entrance examination of one of the world's well-known universities. At first, it looks like a simple equation with fractions. But don't be fooled. Behind this simple equation, there is a beautiful mathematical idea. Many videos on YouTube solve only one special case of this problem. Today, we will do something more. First, we will solve the given problem step by step. Then, we will generalize the results. Finally, we will obtain a beautiful formula that works for every positive integers, not only for the number 2026. This general formula is very useful. If a similar question appears in another university entrance exam or in mathematics competition with a different number, you will know exactly how to solve it. And this is only the beginning. In my future videos, I will also explore many interesting connections between mathematics and football. For example, the movement of players, passing strategies, geometry on the field, probability, optimization, and many other beautiful applications of mathematics. So let's begin with today's problem. Now let's look at the problem. Find the number of ordered pairs of positive integers x and y such that 1 over x plus 1 over y is equal to 1 over 2026. Take a moment and think about it. You maybe think that we only need some algebra, but as you will soon see, the real idea is completely different. We will transform this equation into a problem from number theory. And at the end, we will discover beautiful general formula. So let's solve it step by step. First, we add the two fractions on the left hand side. We get x plus y over x times y equals 1 over 2026. Now multiply both sides by 2026 times x times y. This gives 2026 times x plus y equals x times y. Next, we move everything to one side. We obtain xy minus 2026x minus 2026y equals 0. Up to this point, everything is straightforward. But now we have a problem. This expression does not factor easily. So, what should we do? Here is the key idea. We add 2026 squared to both sides of the equation. Then we have this equation. Now something beautiful happens. the left-hand side becomes a perfect factorization. It can be written as x minus 2026 times y minus 2026 equals 2026 squared. This is the turning point of this solution. The original equation looked like a problem with fractions. Now it has become a product equation, and this new form is much easier to work with. Let us look at the equation carefully. Our original problem has now become a new question. How many ways can we write 2026 squared as a product of two positive integers? To answer this question, we first find the prime factorization of 2026. We have 2026 equals 2 times 1013. And since 1013 is a prime number, we obtain 2026 squared equals 2 squared times 1013 squared. Now we use a well-known result from number theory. Suppose n equals p1 to the power of a1 times p2 to the power of a2 and so on. Then the number of positive divisor of n is a1 plus 1 times a2 plus 1 and so on. Applying this formula to our number, we get the number of positive divisors of 2026 squares equals 2 plus 1 times 2 plus 1, which is 3 times 3, or simply 9. Finally, notice that every positive divisor produces exactly one ordered paired x and y. Therefore, the equation has exactly 9 positive order pairs. So the final answer is 9. Now comes the most interesting part. So far, we have solved the problem only for the number 2026. But here is a natural question. What happens if we replace 2026 with any positive integer? In other words, suppose we have 1 over x plus 1 over y equals 1 over n. Can we find the number of positive solutions? The answer is yes. We simply repeat the same steps. First, add the two fractions and get x plus y over xy equals 1 over n. Next, multiply both sides by n times y. This gives n times x plus y equals xy. Now move everything to one side. We obtain xy minus nx minus ny equals 0. Next, we add n squared to both sides. Then the left-hand side factors beautifully. We get x minus n times y minus n equals n squared. So the number of positive solutions is exactly the number of positive divisors of n squared. Now suppose n has the prime factorization p1 to the power of a1 times p2 to the power of a2 and so on. Then n squared is equal to p1 to the power of 2a1 times p2 to the power of 2a2 and so on. Therefore, the number of positive solutions is 2a1 plus 1 times 2a2 plus 1 and so on. This is our general formula. It works for every positive integer n. So, with one elegant idea, we have solved not just one problem, but an entire family of problems. Today, we started with what looked like a simple equation involving fractions. But by using one clever idea, we transformed it into a beautiful problem in number theory. Then we counted the positive divisors of a number. And finally, we discovered a general formula that works for every positive integer. This is one of the things I really like about mathematics. Sometimes a simple looking problem leads to a powerful and elegant result. I also hope this video showed you that the mathematics is not only about calculations. It is about looking at the problem from a different point of view. So, if you enjoy mathematics and you also enjoy football, I think you will like this series. Thank you very much for watching. If you find this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your friend, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, keep thinking mathematically.